know what I'm saying? I'm here with the champ.
Thank you, Hilltop. Yo, this is a good dude, by the way. He hooked up with the champ. He's showing us love and showing us how to maneuver. We appreciate you. You the champ. Hilltop.
Oh, yeah, man. You already know, man. You already know.
Salam sejahtera, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome on board a Malaysia Airlines flight MH4 from Kuala Lumpur to London. My name is Alif Yoska, your co-pilot, with me on the flight.
I fell asleep in Jamaica, woke up in Puerto Rico. I'm talking business with my amigo. Yeah, this shit here easy like a free throw. Bad screaming hilltop every time I land. In South Asia with a bad thing from Thailand. You know I am, they know I'm the man. I'm not Dominican, but I know Republicans. I know some Africans, I know some Mexicans. Boy, I'm even plugged in way in Pakistan. Got a bad thing waiting on me in Barcelona. She say, where you coming from? I told her Arizona. I'ma push up on her when I leave Cambodia. Then we gon' fly to Jamaica and we gon' roll it up. Then we gon' smoke it up. Then we gon' hit the scene. Ain't no telling where we going, probably the Philippines. Or maybe Costa Rica, or maybe Vietnam. No matter where we go, baby, we going down. And don't you worry about nothing, cause you know I'm on. I got it on me like a racket, this a desert storm. I'm just a Southside baby. You can name a place, but Hilltop done been though. I'm with the dream team, you know we going crazy. All around the world, I'm in there well.
Oh, man, what's going on? What's going on? Y'all tuned in to Hilltop Traveling Everywhere and the Scoring Black Man podcast simultaneously with No Excuses, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Passport Bros podcast in the building, man. We got a great and wonderful show for y'all today. But before we get into it, man, what's going on? No Excuses, man. How you doing out there, brother?
Oh, man. All good, man. How about yourself?
Hold on, man. Let me see something real quick. The volume kind of down. Let me see something.
All right. Yo. Yeah, I'm in the building.
Say something again to me.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good now. Maybe it's probably my speaker.
Okay.
I probably had my speaker down. Yeah, but no, so how you doing though today, brother?
Oh, man, I'm doing good, man. Can't complain, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Early morning over here, man. I got about another, let's see, less than 24 hours. I mean, less than 48 hours. Probably about 45 and a half hours from now, man. I'll be up in the air heading over there, man. Back to the Matrix. Ain't been over there in 2 years, man. Gonna go over there, you know what I'm saying? Check up in on the, the fam, you know what I'm saying? Got one parent, one grandparent left, you know what I'm saying? A mama and a daughter. Go check up on them and check up on my properties and, you know what I'm saying? And see my other brothers and, cousins and, friends and stuff now. That's over in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Down there in Waycross. And then I'm gonna slide. I'm gonna do that for about a week. Then I'm gonna slide out to Phoenix, Arizona, go out there, see my son and check up on my stuff out there, and you know what I'm saying, holler at my you know what I'm saying, the homies, you know what I'm saying, cowboys and cowgirls and everything, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm bringing my ass right back out here, man. I'll be over there a hot 2 weeks, man, a hot 2 weeks, and you know what I'm saying, just getting ready, man, just hydrating, and you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, but other than that, man, just chilling, man. Early morning over here, man. Ready to get the day started, though. But today's show is going to be entitled Financial Stability for Expats and Worldwide Travelers. Once again, the title of today's show is Financial Stability for Expats and Worldwide Travelers. And before we get into it, man, hey, man, y'all hit that like button, subscribe, share, and comment. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, you got Hilltop Traveling Everywhere. You know what I mean? You got the Scoring Black Man podcast. You know what I mean? You know, you got No Excuses. Entertainment, and you got Passport Bros podcast, man. Y'all make sure y'all support all 4 channels, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. But today's show, once again, financial stability for expats and worldwide travelers. And man, what I see within this community, and I'm not so when I talk now, I'm going to talk about just regardless of color, but I primarily focus on our people because I want our people to succeed, in life, period, especially outside, America, traveling outside the UK and so forth and so forth. But I see a lot of people go broke, man. Um, if you watch a lot of the white boys channel, you will see a lot of testimonies, man. You will see men coming out abroad, most of the time they're getting a girlfriend, trying to invest in a business or something, and they even get swindled out the business, or they get a girlfriend and just, they don't have enough funds to come in for trying to live the type of lifestyle that they're trying to live abroad. They're not good with managing money. Uh, I see brothers come out here, so you have YouTubers. Oh man, YouTubers. You got people come out here, and when I mean out here, I'm talking about, outside of America, and they try to primarily live off of YouTube. And I don't really know too many black YouTubers in this travel industry, especially in this travel game, that's making money like that, man, to be able to really, live abroad. Ace, probably Check and Effect. Um, any besides those two? You think they probably just, man, they're just eating off of YouTube. I mean, they're just eating good, to where they don't need another source of income. Because I don't know any. No excuses. Do you know any?
Yeah, I mean, there's some people. I mean, I won't say in the travel space per se, but I mean, I know YouTubers that's that done gross millions.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm talking about, like these travel space YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of them are going broke, you know what I'm saying, in our community, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times these be the guys that's, constantly begging for money. They could keep it 100 and keep it real. Constantly begging for money, not giving y'all any real good sound advice. Um, just worried about trying to, you know, get money so they can live, abroad without really giving you the, the the right counsel to come abroad and, not only, have a be able to have a peace of mind, but also to not be able to go broke, man. And this is a big problem. It's a lot of brothers that go broke, man. They be broke within 10 days, man. By the 10th or 13th, they broke. You know what I'm saying? They coming out, they moving out with you got veterans that are moving out, but if y'all veterans ain't got 100%, man, you need to stay your ass right there in America until you able to get your percentage up to 100%, and then you come on move out. I know guys that have moved out to damn everywhere, man, with 50%. That's like a damn $1,000, man. You know, uh, I heard some white boys say, what I'm saying, that they live off of SSI about $800 a month or something. But listen, man, there's no way in the hell I'd be able to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, you got guys that, they'll come out and they'll plan on moving, and then they got to move right back to America. And they say, because they don't went broke, they come out, they want to go to all these different clubs all over, so whether or not they in Dominican Republic, they want to go to Club Chiquita or wherever they at. You know what I'm saying? Thailand, they want to party, and they want to go to African party. I know guys that went to Africa and, had to leave in another 3-4 months because they went out there trying to play, kingpin baller. But what you really need in my financial opinion, you need a stable monthly income. You know what I'm saying? A monthly, a weekly, or even a yearly. But you're going to have to at least be getting 100,000 or something. I mean, I'm not gonna say 100,000, but if you could get about 60,000 yearly, you know what I'm saying? You can, that'll work for you. You know what I'm saying? But monthly, man, I believe to live, at least comfortably. I mean, least get 3,000. At least get 3,000. You know what I'm saying, a month. Me personally, I wouldn't move out of the country unless I had, you know what I'm saying, 4,000 or 5,000 coming in every month. That way, I can not only live comfortably, I can put away a couple of bands. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the problem. I think that's the problem that people don't understand. They just want to have enough money to survive and, you know, ready to spend it all. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't have a savings. You know what I'm saying? And they can't save because they're too busy trying to do everything else and trying to live, you know what I'm saying? This extravagant life that they never had before. Some of them, you know what I mean? But before I get it, you know what I'm saying, deep in the rambling, man, what you think about this whole, you know what I'm saying, financial stability for expats and worldwide travelers? No
Man,
excuses.
it's a lot of, I mean, it's a lot of angles, man. Like, when it comes to like the travel, let's say travel content creators, or stories that we heard of people either homeless or ran out of money and had to ask for money to get back home and things of that nature. Financial management is a lot to unpack. I would say what I've realized is something that I kind of preached a lot is that housing is probably the biggest expense when you're talking about living overseas. Even traveling to a certain extent, especially if you're trying to travel for a long vacation, Airbnbs, things like that. So my thing is that me knowing housing is the biggest expense. If I was to decide to be a expat, whether I'm in and out the country for 6 months or 12 months out the year, me personally, like I want to own at least a condo in another country, or something like Zoe. I think Zoe did in Colombia. He just did a year lease. So even though he probably wasn't, staying there the whole year, what I mean,
Right.
you kind of get that expense out the way, and then you could probably Airbnb it or rent it to other people while you're away. So housing being the biggest expense, you know, most of the time it's either 25 to 50% of your income, depending on how much the average person is probably making. So, if you don't have that covered, you pretty much at the mercy of the market. You know what I mean? Because in Thailand or any other country, they got high season and low season. So during
Right.
high season, these owners, shit, they can make twice, they can make double or triple what they would make in low season. So I've encountered that situation where I've been traveling somewhere in December, or you know somewhere where it's high season, and the Airbnb is so expensive. I mean, it kind of killed my budget.
Right.
So that's kind of
Right.
something that I think is significant.
Right. And you brought up excuse me, you brought up Baba World. I'm about to bring him up. Perfect example. Baba World do it the right way. He's what we would consider a worldwide traveler, which means Baba World don't have a one specific like place that he just calls his home base. He pretty much travel around, and like you said, he got a year lease. I think you said Colombia, but I know he got one out here in Thailand. He told me he got one for like he paid like 5,000 Thai baht a month. He keep a year lease there. I think he got one in Brazil, I believe, too. Also, so if you keep, and it don't have to be those expensive places. You know what I'm saying? You rent these places out. You get places like $200 a month. They got AC in them. They got hot water in them. You know what I'm saying? If you get one of those, and like I can say, Barbara might have one in 3 different spots. Like I say, Thailand, Colombia, and Brazil. That's about $600 taking out your budget. If you can afford it, which you should be able to afford it, that's a good thing to do. So And like you said, you got to make sure you cover your housing. And then from your housing, you want to make sure that you have money to cover your food, because that's the next important thing that you need to be able to cover. And so in most of these countries, the food are pretty cheap, especially if you eat the local food or where the locals eat at. You know, Colombia, Thailand. I mean, well, I'll say South America, period, and Southeast Asia. In the Caribbean islands, they pretty much around the same price of food. Africa as well. Also, you need emergency money. You need to be able to have, saying some kind of medical and insurance. And that's what I would put in the same category: medical insurance and emergency money. You need to be, like I said, you need to be able to save some money so you can, if you have death in the family, you know what I'm saying? You need to be able to, buy a plane ticket and get the hell on. Maybe you're sick. You need to be able to have some kind of, traveler's insurance that you can go to these hospitals and clinics or whatever and get, get your treatment. Being a military disabled veteran, 100%, it allows me to be able to go and they have these places in the DR in Colombia and in other places, but we have what we call the Foreign Medical Program, which allows me to be able to go to any bank. I'm part of the Bangkok Hospital here in Pattaya. I could go to any Bangkok hospital chain in Thailand, have a primary care doctor, get treatment for anything, free medication or discount medication, depends on what's going on. We have VA clinics, private VA clinics out. You know what I'm saying? That the VA pays under the foreign medical program. You go get, physical therapy, massage therapy. You need to see a psychiatrist. We did the mental health thing last a couple of days ago. You could go do that. You can go see a psychiatrist. So that helps save money. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to, the part of the financial stability for the expats and worldwide travelers is about saving money. It should be more than about spending it. I see a lot of people come out and they think it's about spending, and then they just go broke as a mug. You know what I'm saying? They got to go back to America, back to the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Then, they did all this stunting and fronting outside, and then they back in the Matrix, and they can't even afford to get, certain type of visas that you might have to show a certain amount of money in your bank account. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's ways to get around everything, but man, y'all need to be coming out, you know what I'm saying, to no place outside of America, trying to live paycheck to paycheck. And that's basically what I see. No excuses. I see people coming out primarily, brother. We even seen a sister come out, I think when I first got here, maybe like 2 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying, about a year after I got here. There's some black girl, she was getting her 15 minutes of fame on TV. I think that was on Vice TV. She pretended like she was homeless and she was building, living off the grid, building some kind of little bamboo houses or something. But, I think that was a scam, you know what I'm saying? Because the girl was doing people dreadlocks, you know what I'm saying? It was an old bulldogger. And damn, you know what I'm saying? And then, one of the top people hired her or let her stay. They hired her and let her stay. Her and her girlfriend stay in there. What's her name? But she didn't pay the people. And then, you know what I'm saying, the people had to end up kicking her out. You know what I'm saying? Her and her girlfriend got physical. She broke their glass. They called the police on her. I think they got her ass up out of here, though. But, we see these type of things, you know what I'm saying, going on all the time, man. You got to be able to afford. You quit just looking. I mean, I know you want to leave the Matrix. I know you want to leave the Matrix. And you probably want to leave every other little white country you're in, France, the UK, and England, and Netherlands, and Denmark. Especially, you know what I'm saying, you're a brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? But you got to slow your roll, man. Because, like I said, I see too many homeless foreigners. You know what I'm saying? Americans, Canadians, of UK, Australians. They all be white mostly. They all be white, man. And they be standing on the streets in these countries with, begging signs. I'm like, what in the world is going on? You know what I mean? And it's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? I've heard so many stories, you know what I'm saying, bad investments on businesses. And plus you got to know too, going back to that housing, you got to know what country that you're in that allows you to, if you want to buy a house or, saying, can you own the land? Saying, or do you have
Right.
to rent the land? You have to rent the land. How many years, saying, is that, and for how much are the price? Most of these houses, places, countries, I mean, in Southeast Asia don't allow you to own the land. So you can own a condo, you can own a villa, saying you can own a house, but you can't own that land that the house is on. You have to rent that land that the house is on. So, but I did want to ask you, for you to give, what kind of state, because you've been to a lot of African countries, so you pretty much know, well, at least East Africa and South Africa, the country. Can you tell the people, what they need to do financially to be able to, make it, in East Africa and South Africa countries you've been to? Because a lot of people, a lot of our brothers and sisters moved to Africa and they have to move back fast. I mean, shit, they move back faster from Africa than they move from back, from any other country. So, what are they doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? No excuses. What did they need to do to survive, financially, you know what I'm saying, and have financial stability, on the continent of Africa?
Man, good question, man. A lot of it is like proper planning, man. Like a lot of people just move off this leap of faith, man, and just say, I mean, whatever's happens, happens. And if you already got in your mindset, like, if all else fails, I'm gonna go back to US, then you pretty much like saying that you like half defeated at that point. If you
Right,
move out the country, you gotta be like, man, by any means necessary, I'm not going back to the crib, and I'm gonna have my ducks in a row, and I'm gonna figure it out. So a lot of people is like already prepared to, mentally prepared to come back anyway. So they kind of one foot in, one foot out. So that's one thing I would say.
right,
Like, if you decide to move, especially to like Africa, you can't have one foot in, you can't have one foot out. Um, I talked a lot about like South Africa versus East Africa, and like land ownership, whether it's freehold or leased land. Now, I will say the Southern African countries, they do have freehold ownership, so you can own land outright, which gives you a lot of advantages. So like South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and East Africa, they offer 99-year leases. Now Kenya is the only unique situation where, even though they do a 99-cent lease, they still treat that 99-year lease as freehold, meaning that you can borrow against it. You can sell it. You could potentially sell it as a profit. So you have more investment options in Kenya with a 99-year lease. But typically leases don't really give you any incentive. You know what I mean? But Kenya, from my research, is probably one of the only countries that do leases where you can leverage that situation.
so
Uh huh.
so you're saying that Kenya would be, out of the East African countries, Kenya probably the best to, you know what I'm saying, for a leasing situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And so one thing is, most of the people that I've seen, that's expats, especially in the travel space, have been, ex-military. And usually people that I know that ex-military, like they doing okay. You know what I mean? Whether they got, like you said, 50% or 100%. You know what I mean? They got income that they can depend on, that's gonna be on time every month. But
Right.
some people, I would say a lot of people in the travel space, are looking for, YouTube to be able to support them full time. And there are some guys that, that I would say there's a small percentage of guys that can do that. But
Yeah.
YouTube is up and down.
Hell
So
yeah.
I don't know what guys doing in the downtime, but what I have noticed, what I do know about a lot of travel creators, just from observation and me knowing how expensive it is as cost, because I pay for everything out of pocket. Like I don't make, I make enough money on YouTube to get like a check every month, but I don't make nothing. I damn sure don't make enough to live off of, and I know how expensive these flights and lodgings be. And what I usually, what I usually, what I usually kind of peep out is that when guys go back home, like you said, when you go back, you said you're going back home. You said you got, property to check up on, and you got a home. You still got a home in the U.S. to some extent, but a lot of guys, man, whether they expats or travelers, they don't have a home. You know what I mean? Like there are people that probably live with somebody. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with whatever your living situation is, because life is a struggle for most people. But a lot of these guys be very arrogant. So since a lot of guys be very arrogant on how they present themselves online, and then they going home and they ain't got no home,
No responsibilities.
no responsibilities, and they want to pump their chest out because they are able to portray this overseas lifestyle, the content creator, and that's cool if you bring it in the bread, but if the money not making sense, then you know it's not really it's not really wise, because once you hit, I just turned 45, but once you get in your late 40s and 50s, that's when life is going to really, that's when your hard work that you did all your life, you're going to see the fruits of your labor. And if the fruits of your
Yep.
labor is you don't have enough money in Social Security, you don't have money, you know, for retirement, or you don't have assets that you can liquidate, you're gonna be. It's like people in high school, right? You're gonna be like the dudes in high school that was popular in high school, and look what they do, and look what they doing now. So what I mean, a lot of guys gonna be known and popular on YouTube or whatever platform, and then when they hit their 40s or 50s, they're gonna be, they're gonna be down bad. They might be
Yeah, down
down
bad.
bad.
I mean, you know the stories. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I know. Like, I mean, man. I really don't talk about my past lives or anything or one, but just coming from that life, you see, what I'm saying, a lot of brothers, what I'm saying, that didn't they didn't prepare themselves, what I'm saying, well, it's probably I did and others did, what I'm saying? Like, we might was doing some of the same things, but let's say, I finished high school, they didn't. What I'm saying? I went to the military, they just stayed in the Western. I probably got back in some of the same shit, but I always kept advancing. And this is what, like you say, you said something very important. This is the time of life. You just turned 45. I just turned 46. This is the point of life where you see all your fruits of your labors. You live, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have assets, properties, shit you can liquidate, man. Checks, what I'm saying, coming in, every month or weekly or annually, man. You need to be able to have something coming in. And what you see right now, a lot of guys our age really didn't have shit. They really ain't done nothing. So now they scrambling and scrambling and scrambling. They trying to get this and that and the third. And ain't too many black. I mean, like I say, the black travel YouTubers, man. I mean, I'm gonna give it to Zoom. I'm gonna give it to Ace. I'm gonna give it to Chicken Effect. I'm gonna give it to Austin, and maybe even Barber World. You know what I'm saying? Or I might be forgetting somebody, but who's making? Who I can say they might be
Scholar,
making a decent. Who? Scholar,
Scholar.
yeah, Scholar. Oh, and then the dude from over there in Brazil, Don Banks. You know what I'm saying? It probably even Travel Varsity. They might be making enough money to survive. You know what I'm saying? If otherwise is pay they rent. You know what I'm saying? The food, everything. They might be making you know what I'm saying, a nice little small check. A month. You know what I'm saying, to pay the rent and the bills and the motherfucking. You know what I'm saying, to eat. You know what I'm saying? But hell, that's about it in this black travel game. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, to all my inspired, YouTubers and content creators, man, hey, listen, man, I know older guys older than us, and they come out to these places and talking about they finna make money off of, YouTube and TikTok, man. Shit, don't work like that. I'm not even monetized. You know what I'm saying? I could have been, you know what I'm saying, but I started doing all these live shows. I do a lot of shorts, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just do this YouTube thing just to educate and to motivate, you know what I'm saying, my people. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why, so you don't see me, you know what I'm saying, doing a bunch of shows and a bunch of begging and all kind of shit like that. But, you know, uh I want to help my people, you know what I'm saying? We want to help y'all, you know what I'm saying, be able to travel and live abroad without, you know what I'm saying, going broke. Because like you said something very important earlier. Uh, Most people come out and they move out with a mind state that, hey man, son going, I'm gonna move right back. You gotta have a mindset of a winner, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's ball against the wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it work, because anything can deter you, especially if you're a person that's easily deterred and easily upset and you got a bipolar attitude, man. You would take something small and move back home, you know what I'm saying, and miss out on the blessing. You know what I mean? uh and stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't depend on the content creating thing, you know what I'm saying? What y'all need is a real check coming in weekly or monthly. It's all kind of jobs, you know what I'm saying? That's what the whole expat thing is about. That's y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all, I mean not expat, but the digital nomad, you know what I'm saying, working online, you know what I'm saying. Maybe y'all can 'cause a lot of y'all work online from America and other places anyway. As long as you can, you know what I'm saying, work online without your company knowing that you're living abroad, or your company may don't care if you live abroad. But my advice especially would not be to move abroad, you know what I'm saying, strictly on hopes of being some kind of super content curator. You know what I mean? Um, but what would you say is the best country out of all the places? South America, African countries, Southeast Asia, wherever you done been. Um, what country you think would be the best for somebody to live financial, like on a financial budget, but get the best bang for their buck? Also,
Well, the problem with that question is when you say live, because live implies that you have the correct visa to be there on a permanent basis. So,
facts.
so you know, so if you so a lot of these countries, including Thailand, there's requirements for the retirement visa, right? You have to be for Thailand, you have to be 50 years old, and I don't know what the income requirements is, but you got to at least be 50 years old. So, and then I know I've ran into guys, especially in Colombia, and DR, their visa overstays.
Right.
Or you got people that try to do, extensions and leave and come back and things like that. So, you know, um, so it's like it's not really. In some instances, it's not really living. You kind of like finessing the system, so to speak. But
Right.
I would say, in either situation, I would probably say like, if I was to be on a very low budget and try to be in another country, and I could, bypass the visa stuff. To be honest with you, even though we didn't like Ethiopia like that, Ethiopia would be an affordable. It'll be an affordable option. It'll be,
Right.
you could bum it out. You could bum it out,
But see, I said include, you know what I'm saying, getting your best bang for but so you got to include, having fun also in it. You know what I'm saying? Your best bang for your buck, financially, fun, and just but I like all the way around. Like for somebody that's like, damn man, I want to move out the country, but I don't want to move that. I got like a $3,000 a month budget. Where can I go where I'm gonna be? I'm gonna have some
nice housing
the
too.
decent food. Who?
Nice housing too.
Yeah, decent. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Decent condos or whatever, apartments, housing, whatever. Yeah, decent. You know what I'm saying.
Okay, I would probably say Brazil. Not
Okay.
not 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 Rio de Janeiro, but like
I'm about to ask you.
not Rio, but I would say Brazil. Like I heard a couple of guys. I was on some panels last night, and I heard people kind of allude to Brazil being very expensive. And
Yeah.
I think Zoe meant that, but I was like, man, Brazil is not expensive. Now, if you're talking about Rio, I mean, or maybe Sao Paulo, yeah, but Brazil is probably one of the cheapest countries I've been to. I would say the cheapest country I've been to in Latin America. They got so many small cities because the thing about Brazil is they price things based on a Brazilian market. They don't price things based
Right.
on what they think they should make it based on what Americans. See, a lot of countries like Colombia, DR, they always comparing their prices to the US, which really isn't
Right.
a market value. That's a personal value. Brazilians, their economy is based off the local economy, so you're gonna be paying local prices out in Brazil. So I would say Brazil would probably be the most affordable, and you could probably get the most bang for your buck. You know what I mean? I would say
Okay.
Brazil.
I haven't been to Brazil yet, so I can only judge off the countries. But you made a good point. With Colombia and DR, I have been to those a couple few times apiece. Um, I would say uh, out of those two countries, you know what I'm saying. The food is better in DR, but I think Colombia. I think DR Gringo price you too much. You got to worry about where the hell you go at, man. Everybody's some pricing. Colombia really don't do that as much, but Colombia is more dangerous
Yeah, it is. It is.
than DR. You know what I'm saying? So but I don't know. I guess I probably need to spend some more time in those countries. But out of all the countries I've been to so far, the best overall, I know what I'm saying, that's including the visa, the what I'm saying, the food, the if you want any kind of entertainment, um, um, and the housing, the infrastructure, also the medical shit. Hell, I'm gonna have to give it to Thailand. Thailand would be that for me because you could get around stuff. I mean, as long as you got the money, you could pay for whatever kind of visa. You could do this, you could do that. I mean, as long as you got the money, man. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much good. I got a 5-year visa coming in and out as I please, DTV 5 year. They still consider that visa a tourist visa, and I can't get a bank account. That's crazy. But somebody who got a 1 year student visa or a retirement 1 year retirement visa, they can get a bank account. But that's cool. I don't need a Thai bank account. But I would also say, besides Thailand and like the Philippines, because we could be in the Philippines up to 3 years without leaving if you're American. You know what I'm saying? But the infrastructure compared to Thailand is not, you know, it's not that, but they got good infrastructure. But but it's not just. It's more dangerous. Thailand really ain't dangerous like that. Except like I guess you over there in Phuket with all those crazy foreigners and shit, all the mafias or something like that. But I would say so far looking in Africa, now I think you said Kenya. And Kenya might be good for the
Yeah, Kenya
I'll probably say
good.
Kenya
It's
maybe for
cheap.
the housing.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh?
yeah. Yeah, Kenya cheap. So yeah, I would say housing for sure is cheap.
Yeah, I'll say 'cause Kenya, when I compared the housing to Kenya over Tanzania, Kenya was cheaper and way better. I'm like, well, damn, the infrastructure is better in Nairobi than it is in Dar es Salaam. But I wonder why in the hell is Dar es Salaam a little more expensive? Maybe it's just the areas I was looking at. But the food is better, of course, in Tanzania. I like the
Right.
people better in Tanzania, and the visa it's better in Tanzania because you get a whole year for $100 and you get multiple entries. And then you can renew it without leaving out. And then if you want to leave out for a day or two, you can leave out and then come back in, pay another $100. You're good for a whole nother year, in and out as you please. Kenya
Right.
is just like, what, 3 months, one entry. So, you know what I'm saying? If I had a choice to move over there, I would move to Tanzania because I believe Kenya, man, they just got too much coonery and buffoonery over there. Too much for me. And if something go down, You know what I'm saying? They'll be right on our black behinds and get a white man and the Asian them a pass, the Chinese man and the white man a pass. So, but yeah, so I'd rather go that route. Salute to Corey, man, Green. But
So I
yeah,
would have
man.
said I would have said I was gonna say Tanzania too, but I just know like you know I mean when you said bang for your buck, like I know the housing option, the
Yeah,
Airbnb options in Tanzania is not as good as in Kenya. You know, so especially with the heat, like you want AC, you want strong AC. So
right. Yeah.
Dar es Salaam is hot, so it's like you know I'd have to spend a lot
And
of money for a decent Airbnb in Tanzania.
yeah. You would, and that's the only. I mean, and that man, I got a couple of Tanzanian women looking for some. I say I want to go. I want the newest condominiums they got. You know what I'm saying? Either over in the Mikochini or the Masaki area. You know what I'm saying? And I rent it out. I do. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Barbara, I go rent it out for a year. You know what I'm saying? Be there for a couple of months. Be back over here for a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? In Thailand and go everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, I can't do all those power outages. It's too hot. They have a lot of power. The power go out. So I need to be in a place. As soon as that power go out, man, them generators is cutting on immediately. You know what I'm saying? That power ain't out no more than 10 seconds or 30 seconds. That, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker goddamn generator kick it on. And so, but other than that right there, man, I love to be over there in Dark, man. The food is better, man. And shit, if I was the price, I think the price is pretty much probably the same, or maybe a little cheaper. Really, tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mess with Dar. You know what I mean. I don't know. See, and you know more about Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying, like the prices and stuff like that. I just went that one time, man, and only way I go back, it's gonna have to be some kind of little group trip, and I'm just like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Other than that, right there, really, I want to go see that. That temple church that's carved like a cross into the ground. You know what I'm saying? I want to go there. So I'm gonna go back. I know it's like about a 10-hour drive away from Addis Ababa, but if I ever do that, I do. He said, who got the baddest chicks in the last drama? The baddest chicks in the last drama? Shit. What, maybe DR?
Hell
You know what I'm
no.
saying? Or Colombia or maybe Brazil. I've never been to Brazil yet. I've been in Costa Rica, Panama, but it's a lot of damn Colombians and Venezuelans. Venezuelans, I love Venezuelans women. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been to Venezuela, but there's a lot of them in
Right.
Cartagena, Colombia. I mean, in Colombia, period. There's a lot of them in DR too. So, I've been around them. I've been around them also in Costa Rica and Panama. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Oh,
man,
he
I'm
said
gonna
he mean.
vote for the Venezuela, man.
Oh, he
What
said
you
he mean.
say?
He said he mean between Tanzania and
Oh,
Kenya.
between Tanzania and Kenya. Oh,
Tanzania from
yeah.
Tanzania.
Yeah, Tanzania. I'm gonna go with Tanzania all day long, buddy. Tanzania, between Tanzania and Kenya. Tanzania has the best because they some curvy, thick red bones, brown skin bones, black bones. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come over, man. They love to cook. They cook better than the Kenyan women. The Kenyan women are a little crazy, like you said last show. They you know what I'm saying they got a lot of them got like a lot of mental problems over there in Kenya. Probably because they love the colonializers, man. They envy, what I'm saying, colonializers, man. They kind of, you know what I'm saying, and that'll make it go cuckoo, especially when you're in the countries like, what I'm saying, over there and stuff. But Tanzania all day long, all day long. Uh, you
Yeah.
say he's debating Tanzania and Tokyo for your birthday. I can't. I mean, I just been in, the airports in Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? So every time I go to Japan, it's always at the airport. So I really can't tell you too much about Tokyo, but I would go, you know what I'm saying? I would go to Tanzania simply for the fact you can I fly to Tanzania, you got $100, you know what I'm saying, visa, like I say, is good for a year. You can come in and out as you please with that visa, and you can fly right over the border. You can fly right over the border and go to Mombasa, Kenya. I ain't been to Mombasa yet, but I'm going when I come back from America. I'm gonna go to Mombasa and go back to Tanzania for the third time to Tanzania. But you can also fly right across the border, go to Nairobi. I think both of them flights to Nairobi, Kenya, and to Mombasa from from Dar es Salaam is like about an hour or 45 minutes, something like that. So I would go to Tanzania, fly over to Kenya, and then, you know what I'm saying, if you like Tanzania, fly back to Tanzania for, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, because you're going to meet some nice chicks over there, man. So, hey, you know what I'm saying, when's your birthday, man? Because I think I'm going to slide back out maybe like the first of October or like the middle of September or something like that. I'm going to slide back over to Africa and
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
trying to go in. I'm trying to. Well, I plan on being back in September because I'm going to Ethiopia. One of the Orthodox holidays is in late September, and then I'm gonna
Oh,
combo Ethiopia and Tanzania when I go.
okay, well, shit, we probably meet over in goddamn Tanzania. Cause you probably be ready to go over there. I know you ain't gonna stay your ass over there. Ethiopia too long. You can go handle your business at the Orthodox Church and get your ass up out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Well, I still can't believe that no suck, boy. That didn't kill me, boy. God damn, man. See, my birthday October. Yeah, man. Still, man. Come on, man. Meet me at No Excuses out there in Tanzania, man. Usually October. I'm gonna be out there. I'm going around the first. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go
Okay.
around the first of October, man. And you know what I'm saying? Go there, and then I'm gonna slide over to Mubasa, man. Maybe for like you know what I'm saying, like for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Mombasa, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I already did Nairobi. I don't do everything I can do in Nairobi. When I go back to Nairobi, I got to be going like with, you know, I got to be going out there, you know what I'm saying, with some fellas. Like, all right, man, we're gonna meet out there, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, go out and boo boo boo. Other than that right there, I'm good in Nairobi, you know what I'm saying, until some of the fellas want to meet, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But other than that right there, yeah, Tanzania, definitely. Not Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Then you take the ferry boat, you know, Zanzibar is a part of Tanzania. So, you know, you take the ferry boat from Dar, you know what I'm saying, about an hour and a half ferry boat ride. I think about $25, something like that, or $24. So it's all good, man. Yeah, man. Keep in contact, Corey Green, man. Stay locked in, man. You know what I'm saying? October, man. You know what I'm saying? Tanzania, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, final thoughts on today's show, man. Final thoughts on today's show. Financial stability for expats and worldwide travelers. No excuses.
Oh man. Well, when it comes, I'll say this: a couple of things. When it comes to people, wanting to do content creation full time as an expat, keep in mind that you going viral. I mean, that it's really a lottery. It's really like playing a lottery, bro. This YouTube stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to have that viral moment and be able to capitalize of it, but I mean, most people might not. Most people are not gonna hit the YouTube lotto. You know, and then
Facts.
two is I haven't explored it that much, but there is opportunity for remote work. I mean, a lot of guys always ask about remote opportunities. So even if a guy is one of my homies, he's not a YouTuber, but he's been in Africa, man. And I was like, man, like, I asked him about like how he get his job. And I was like, is there any certifications? And he was like, no. And it's like it's in the healthcare industry. You know what I mean? So I didn't ask him how
Okay.
much he get paid or anything like that. But he wanted a remote gig to see how what it's like to live overseas, and he doing it. And
Right.
I don't know if his employer knows, because some people use VPN to be able to like do certain work. But yeah, you can do remote work, and there are jobs out there where you probably don't need no experience, no certifications, and you could do something like that. Something I wanted to kind of touch on too, like from past experiences, like when I used to go to like Colombia, I used to run into guys that was like visa overstays, and they'll be in like
Mm.
Park at Jerez, or certain where Cartagena in the tourist areas, man, and they're trying to figure out how to make money, so they be trying to offer tours. They basically want to be the plug for a lot of things, and I was just like, it was a guy in a WhatsApp group. His reputation was so bad. They was like, man, so and so, man, he all, if you run into him, he gonna like, ask you for money and stuff like that. And I'd be like, man, is the U.S. that bad, or are you on the run? Some people I'd be questioning, like, y'all on the run, like y'all got some legal things that y'all gotta face if y'all come
Oh,
back.
some are though. Some are on the run.
The
I met
IRS
one
is
in
looking for you.
Cartagena was on the run from Memphis. He was on the run.
you know. So what I mean, like I don't, there's some reasons why, it ain't just the women and the pressures of the U.S. People got some legal issues, maybe got some IRS issues, maybe got some warrants, so whatever. So there's a lot of reasons people probably overseas and they gotta figure it out, you know. Um, and then I did want us to talk about that black girl in Thailand was talking about she was broke and she was trying to get help and
Oh, you talking about the one who say she was you talking about the one I sent you on the
the
Instagram?
the LBGT one, the lesbian.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the stud I mentioned earlier, the one that came out here. She had the little viral little Vice TV thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I brought her up earlier when I was talking about, how she came out here and she was basically just really running game and stuff. And I said, you know what I'm saying, that the people had gave her a job here in Matai because she was doing people's hair, dreads.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, you know what I'm saying? She was talking about she came out with $7. She's surviving off of for $7. Like you can't, like, baby, there's no way you've been in Thailand for 6 months for $7. At that time, no excuses. At that time, we only had the visas here was 45 days. No, it was 30 days with a 30-day extension, or 45 days with a 45-day extension, or with a 30-day extension, whatever. But either way it go, you got to pay to get your thing extended, and the cheapest you're going to be able to do it is going to be what, 1,900 baht. You got to go do it yourself at 1,900 baht. That's $60. So the girl was lying off the top of that right there. And then they gave her a job. Some lady gave her a job that got a nail shop, gave her some kind of job to do, and let her stay and rented out her room upstairs. Rented her and her girlfriend, and then the girl got into it with the people, and the people kicked, had their bags put outside for them, and then she busted busted people goddamn glass shop doors and shit, windows. I'm saying, oh my God. Come out here with that dumb stud nigger shit. You know what I'm saying? She started chimping out. What they say, what the new thing is over in America, she started coming out here doing all that dumb ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassing the goddamn black man and the black woman. They're actually doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And that was something that was so embarrassing. And I knew that was gonna blow. Because I knew when Vice TV did the thing on her, I said, no, that girl doing hair out here. I seen her this Thai girl I know, that working at a dispensary. She be like, yeah, my friend do hair, like yours. She showed me the girl. I said, I just seen her on Vice TV. And then I seen her on one of these Thailand news things. And then we seen her go viral on Instagram and all that shit from when she busting people's shit out when they kicked her out. So, but something else I want to bring up before we are in the show. All the brothers and sisters that's been in the military, whether or not you don't have any disability percentage or you do have any percentage, if you're over in Southeast Asia, you're over in Africa, you're over in Europe, hell, you could be over in on our side of the world, America. You know what I'm saying? I have a guy out here in the Philippines, Mr. Vernon, man, he would get y'all hooked up. If you're back in America, you know what I'm saying, or you're anywhere, just plan on just hit me in the comment section. I'll give you more information. You know what I'm saying? But these veterans, man, y'all want to get your money up. I know people. I know an old man that's out here, man. He was a sergeant in the army, and he's old. I mean, old, and this joker just living off of SSDI. I'm like, man, you could probably be getting like 5,000 a month, man. Like you know what I'm saying? At your age and all like they'll put you in so many bonuses. He probably be getting like 6,000 or 7,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the very least, I know at his age and what all they'll get him, he'll be having an extra 5,000 coming in a month. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So for all y'all veterans, man, that, y'all want to get your shit up, man, get at me in the comment section, man. 70% you're doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Verdi gonna get you 100, and he gonna get you that financial aid. I mean that special monthly compensation aid and attendance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And a special monthly compensation for some erectile dysfunction, man. I ain't saying you need it, Corey, but you know what I'm saying? That's an extra $140 right there, just the ED. You know what I'm saying? I play limp dick. You know what I mean? Shit. But yeah, man. So, my final thoughts on today's show is that, man, you know what I'm saying? Get your financial aid up. I mean not your financial, get your money up, your financial stability up. Because you're gonna need that, you know what I'm saying, for your worldwide traveling and for living abroad. You know what I'm saying? It's cheap, way cheaper than America, but it could be way expensive than America, especially if you're one of those people that like to party all the damn time. If you're a party animal, man, listen, don't be moving out here on no YouTube, you know what I'm saying, aspirations and no content creation aspirations, period. You know what I'm saying? Have you a steady check, a steady income. Know how to not come out to these places also and get finessed by the women. We really didn't go over that, but I thought that shouldn't be even, hey, what's what's understood don't need to be said. Don't be bringing your ass out here, you know what I'm saying, outside of America, tender dicking, you know what I'm saying, and pussy licking for all you studs. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all will go broke too. You know what I'm saying? So don't be coming out, you know what I'm saying, with all them aspirations like that. You know what I'm saying? Come out thinking, look here, man, I'm gonna live like I live in America, or I'm gonna downgrade a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slow my roll. Maybe I was party animal in America. I'm gonna slow my roll. Maybe I was a bar hopper. I'm gonna slow my roll. Know what I did? I slowed my roll. I came out and slowed my roll. I ain't speeding up. I slowed my roll. I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? This is another hustle, man. You could really bubble up staying outside. You know what I'm saying? Bubble up. You know what I'm saying? I save thousands every month. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Don't be, don't be the person who has to be loaning people money all the way back home, because your family and friends, they know you out here saving money, gonna be asking for money all the goddamn time. You know how to tell her, hey, the best thing you can learn when you're moving abroad or you're traveling, the best word you can learn is no. Because you're going to say that to a lot of people, a lot of locals and a lot of other foreigners, is no. So learn how to say no. And with that said, man, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you joining me again. No excuses, man. Going to battle with your boy, man, on this financial statement. Oh, no, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
We be having some good topics, man. Sometimes an hour not good enough. But
Okay, man. Shit, let's milk it. Let's milk it, man. Shit, let's milk it. Let's
but
milk it. Go ahead.
I wanted to say real quick, man, too, like especially if you're an expat, especially if you're not military, like you have to build yourself in the younger early stages of your life to get to the point where, because some people can be up and down, especially if you ain't got that dependable income coming from the government. So you got to have something, that you can sell, or be in a position to say, man, if you down, like, you got either experience or education where you can get a decent paying job to pull yourself back up. Because I done seen people go to the bottom, lose everything, and then in a few years later, like they done got themselves back up. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So you know what I mean? So life can happen to anybody, but if you don't have nothing to fall back on, like an asset, you know what I mean? Like if all else fails, shit, I could just liquidate and be like, shit, I got, you know what I mean, couple hundred bands, to either invest or figure it out or something like that, or I mean, I got a bachelor's and a master's degree, you know what I mean, so I'm employable until to the day I die, you know what I mean, but
Right.
I worked on, I built, that's something that I established, you know what I mean, in my early stages of my life that I can always fall back on. So if you're going to be an expat overseas, you know what I mean, build yourself up, man. Everybody, like, I didn't do the military, but the military is a grind period, man. It's like, 4 to 6 to 20, for some people that want to do 20 years, you put your head down, you out of the loop, you focus, and you grind it and you finish. You know what I mean? College was, I had to put my head down, I had to be out, I had to be away from the the fun stuff. I had to be to myself. I had to be, struggling or whatever the case may be. So you gotta put that period of putting your head down and just saying, man, let me get this shit out the way. You know what I mean? So I could boss up in the future. So, you know what I mean? You gotta if you live your whole life and never put your head down and grind, like I can't feel sorry for I can't feel sorry for a person, man, that's overseas and down bad.
Yeah, yeah, man. Since you still a damn mouthful, man. You definitely, you know what I'm saying. Just a short testimony of myself, man. You know what I'm saying. I was always, you know what I'm saying, used to doing. I mean, like pretty good. You know what I'm saying. So, but before I moved out, shit, I had no kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying. Ain't no kind of had fell off. I had fell off, but I was still able to, do my traveling. I, what I'm saying, I had my own, what I'm saying, place. I'm staying in the suburbs. I got my son. I'm taking care of him. He stayed with me and shit. You know what I'm saying. And so I was just staying there till he graduated, so I could, you know what I'm saying, so I could raise him until he graduated. And I could, you know what I'm saying, get the hell on. But shit, man, by the time I left, man, I'm talking about, boy, my bank account was depleted, man. I mean, shit, credit cards was goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, well, one of them was maxed out, and the other was damn them maxed out, man. You know what I'm saying? So I took the opportunity to move, you know what I'm saying, save, you know what I'm saying, about at least about 24,000 a year, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, that also, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I had property, so I was able to, you know what I'm saying, do other things, you know what I'm saying, refinancing, you know what I'm saying, leasing out, you know what I'm saying, stuff, buying other little stuff, other little properties with my brother. We got a little LLC and just doing everything, you know what I'm saying? And then, the brother, Corey brought a thing. This right here is what's going to cost guys to fall. This right here, thank you, Corey. You know what I'm saying? This right here is going to cause guys to fall off. You know what I'm saying? The cost of tricking. You know what I'm saying? It is better just to vet the chicks long term. But the tricking is going to cause your ass to fall off.
Right,
when you come, and I touched on it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But, I didn't touch on it much. I got shows just touching on that right there just constantly. I mean, hell, I think the next couple shows, you know what I'm saying, gonna be touching on that. But I'm gonna touch on it a little bit right now in the financial stability part, because, and you sit here, man, and you talking about, let's say, I'm gonna use Thailand for example. And we could use Africa too, you know what I'm saying, but definitely Thailand, man. These girls, you know what I'm saying, all this girlfriend, boyfriend shit, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? These girls gonna stay, you know what I'm saying, doing what they going to do, you know what I'm saying? When your ass ain't around them, they gonna stay doing what they doing, you know what I'm saying? So ain't no sense to, you know what I'm saying, sit here trying to, doing all this damn what you call it, charity work, I call it, you know what I'm saying? Well, you getting all these fake girlfriends, you know what I'm saying, and you bossing them up, but what you getting out of the deal? You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna put a woman on salary and give her, $20,000 about a month. It was about $600 to be my girlfriend, and I still got to take care of her. You know what I'm saying? I still got to wine and dine her. You know what I'm saying? I still got to, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. So I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? It just don't make no sense. Yeah, it's cupcake. You know what I'm saying? And you got guys that's, I'm gonna tell you right now, you got guys that's still away in America. You know what I'm saying? You're sending women 10,000 Thai baht a month, 15,000, and you're telling her to go get a regular job. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So basically, you're sending her $300 to $500 a month. You know what I'm saying? To goddamn get a regular job, but she's not getting a regular job. Or she get a regular job, but she's still damn, you know what I'm saying, selling her goods and whatever, man. Stop doing that. Stop, you know what I'm saying, spending your money on tricking, because a lot of y'all monies are going away, especially when you're in another country. That's just so stupid, man. Get that money to your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to give your baby mama that. She tell you, hey, send me $600 a month. I mean, $300, $500 a month for this kid. You don't want to do that, so don't do it for a bitch, man. A freelancer neither. You know what I'm saying? At that, all that fake ass girlfriend shit, don't do it because you will waste a lot of money. I'm telling you shit off of what I know, off of experience and other brothers' testimonies. Don't do that. Come out when you want to, have your little fun. You know what I'm saying? Get your little funds ready, have your little fun, and then, send the girl on by the way, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh, do that right there, man. Don't never, you know what I'm saying? Uh, that's a no-no. A lot of guys, like I say, a lot of guys are going broke because of that. A lot of time, you know what I'm saying, they'll get you to invest in business and, you know what I'm saying, and they're going to shit you out of business, especially in a country like Thailand because you can only own 49% of your business. You know what I mean? And so that's always dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. I'm glad someone brought that up. A lot of brothers go out in the country and try to start a business, and the business crash and get broke. You need to be going in a business with a lot of other brothers and sisters, and y'all go in together so that if you catch a loss, the loss is not that bad. You know what I mean? Or what it's not hurting you and stuff like that. When you're going broke or somebody be able to snatch the business out from under your feet, a Thai person snatch it out from under your feet, and now you're looking silly. Because I know white men, and you can go to white men channel all day long, and they have, I moved out to Thailand, I moved out to so and so most of the Thailand with 300,000. I sold my house, moved out with 300,000. I was broke in 14 months.
What? God.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot of them. I mean, you can go online right now and just type in "went broke in Thailand." I bet you'll see 5 or 6 damn white men that it's in their title. Moved out of Thailand, sold my house, got 300,000, moved out of Thailand, moved out of Thailand with 200,000, moved out of Thailand with 100,000, broke in 12 months, broke in 14 months, broke in 18 months. Under 2 years, I ain't never seen that in 2 years. It's always goddamn. The longest I seen motherfuckers was 18 months. All the rest of them were like 12 months and 14. Broke 200,000, 300,000. You know what I'm saying? Because they got these fake girlfriends and they start investing in these businesses. These women are very soft spoken in Asia. And even when you go to Africa, the women big. Hey boy, they are begging like a mug over there. You know what I'm saying? Be
Man.
calling you begging. But these Thai women know how to get, or the Asian women know how to get money out the black man and the white man for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And I think because they soft spokenness and they willing to do anything, you know what I'm saying, sexual to, you know what I'm saying, to please you, do anything to please you, period. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Whew.
it ain't a big butt in a smile. It ain't a big butt in a smile, but it's a smile, goddamn it.
Yeah, that's why guys, you know what I mean, like I wish I knew how to market my skills to like profit of it, because people need like good financial advice. If you had 300 bands, if you had 300 bands, the first thing I would have did was bought a condo. 50, I would have probably
Yep.
50,000. I would have bought a condo. You know what I mean? I would have got like at least a two bed, two bath. Because
Yeah.
even worst case scenario, if you got at least a two bed, two bath, and you know what I mean, somebody needed a place to stay, and you're like, man, I got an extra room with a bathroom. You could rent it out. You know what I mean? Like if somebody, y'all helping each other out. So that's just some advice. If y'all ever wanna buy a condo, I would say get at least a two bed, two bath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, you know.
Or a villa. They got some nice villas out here, you know what I'm saying, in Thailand. So you get you a condo or a villa and you could just, you know what I'm saying, you could really rent that motherfucker out. That's what most foreigners do. They buy this shit. They don't stay in these goddamn condos. They rent them out. They let the front office rent them out. You know what I'm saying? Or they go, or they do that little booking.com where they rent them out weekly. They got people that come and clean and shit. But, or you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you sell your house, you get 300,000, 350,000. When you move and that's what you got. You moving out the country with that. You need to go buy you a place that you flat out own. And so you can't own any property like in Thailand and some other places, but you can own the building. So you can own a condo. You can own a villa. Yeah, you can own a house, but you got to rent the property out. But you know what I'm saying? I go ahead and shit. You know what I'm saying? Easy go ahead and get me a damn villa or something.
Yeah, the first
Or renting a
thing,
property, but yeah.
the first thing I'm doing, I would say, if I liquidated and I had 350 or 300,000, I'm buying a crib cash. I'm buying a condo cash. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if you go, at least if you go broke, at least you ain't homeless.
Right,
You
you ain't
know what I mean?
homeless.
You know what I mean? My mom always said, you know
See,
what I mean, if you ain't got anything else, make sure you got a roof over your head. So, you know what I mean? So at least,
60,000 60,000 US dollars, about 2 million Thai baht. And that's what your average, condo is. Now, as they build these new condos, they start to go up on the prices. Some of them like 3.5 million. I've seen some of them like up to 5 million. You know what I mean? So every million is about 30,000 US dollars. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, like you say, I mean, if I got 350, I mean, shit, I got to go in and get that, man. I got to go in and get something. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to spend 90,000, you know what I'm saying, dollars, you know what I'm saying, 3 million Thai baht. If I could get something like I could say at least a 2 bedroom. But I think if you spend 100, you might be able to get a 3 bedroom, 3 bath villa with a pool and everything.
yeah, you could, yeah, whatever you want to get, but have that crib out the way, because like I said,
Right.
if you get broke, you ain't homeless,
You
man.
ain't homeless.
That's that, you know what I mean. So I would prioritize that, man. And
And you could always rent out a room or rent the whole thing out. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Here, you go find you a little cheap ass goddamn motel room that's about $5 a goddamn night or something, man. And goddamn, you can stay in that motherfucker and rent your damn, you know what I'm saying, your condo or your damn villa until you get back on your feet properly. You know what I mean? But
exactly,
at least you got a place to stay. Like you say, you ain't going homeless, you know what I'm saying? You got a place to stay. You just got to work on everything else.
exactly. You know what I mean. One thing that that happened to me is that a lot of times if you got credit cards, you know what I mean, sometimes like they might reduce your credit limit. So I remember having like a $10,000 limit on a card, and then without me even knowing, like that shit was like went to 2,000. I'm just like, you know what I mean? So you can't really depend on that. You can't really depend on it. Because what if I was trying to make a big purchase and then I realized my shit not going through? I'm like, damn, man, I got a 10,000 limit.
Yeah,
You
they
know what
took
I
it down
mean?
to they took it down to 2,000.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So that made me kind of lose, put too much faith in like credit cards, because if they can do shit like that, you know,
Right.
you know what I mean? I wouldn't too much be able to depend on that as well. And then I read about the story about like some Nigerians living off of Thai girls you heard about them getting the arrest? Like it was like 7 of them, like romance
Yeah.
scams. And
Yeah. They all got their shirts off and shit. I said, what the hell these niggas in here doing? Baby oil and shirts off and shit. Them Nigerians, but they're gonna have some scams, boy. They're gonna have some scams everywhere.
But
But
I heard this in Philippines too. Like a lot of these Asian girls, it's like I see why a lot of dudes like these Asian girls, because they kind of like, black chicks known for taking care of niggas, like I mean that's down bad. These Thai girls, like they like black women too. Like they be taking niggas. I done heard in Philippines and Thailand, dude living with he living with her. You know what I mean? She making the money. She might be out. She might be out in the street getting money. But he living off the chicken shit. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, man.
yeah, they want some protection. When they see a black man, so you know what I'm saying, that's protection right now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna fuck with me. He gonna beat somebody up or whatever, blase. But yeah, I've seen some poor. Now that's what I did. I think it was, who was that show though? Was that Tom Yum or somebody showed some black guy that was over there homeless and shit for a while and stuff like that. But I'm like, how in the hell? I don't know how in the hell you do that. I don't even know. But what I do know about Asian girls, they like African guys more than they like us, Black Americans. And the girl in the Philippines told me that when I was over there. She said, well, and I had to, you know what I'm saying, that she was a school teacher, but she would get on my damn nerve, I prefer African guys over y'all Black Americans because y'all are too hard to please. And she said, we're too hard to please and we're dominant. So that the African man, he's so passive, he gonna give all the money up just like the white man. He gonna, he gonna be docile a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we're not like that. So we just too straight up. You know what I'm saying? with them. That's why most of these Thai girls, when they say they got a black baby, most of all they black babies from Africans.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of the Philippines got black American babies because we got a better relationship with the Philippines. So we got military bases over there. And it's a lot more, you know what I'm saying, Americans over there. But as far wise as, you know what I'm saying, the Thai girls, most of all these so-called black babies, so I got black belt, you got a goddamn Nigerian or some kind of other African, Ghana, all kind of African babies. Because they, you know what I'm saying, them guys, you know, they gonna do what them guys say do it. Plus, them guys been out here for a while, so they caught these girls before all of this this internet era, you know, so this YouTube shit that done blew these girls' heads up. You know what I'm saying? So these guys would catch them girls when they was just up in the East Sun doing down bad. They showing the girls a little bit of goddamn. They showing the girls a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of money, a different lifestyle, taking them to KL, Malaysia, pimping them there, bringing them up to Bangkok to the big city, pimping them there. You know what I'm saying? Bring them down to Pattaya, pimping them here. You know what I'm saying? So you know, is that is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, you know what I'm saying. And me and Chef, we was up in shout out to Chef right here. We was up in what was that? The ABC Club over there, you know what I'm saying, ABC Hotel, the Aqua Club up there, the beach, you know what I'm saying, the beach club in you know, man, the girls, man, they, you know what I'm saying, look nappy head Africans, you know what I'm saying, they love them jokers, man. Shout out to my Africans, man, you know what I'm saying? They ain't no hate, don't joke, but I'm gonna say the Philippines, the Thai, I mean the Asian, Southeast Asian women, they prefer y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, hell, I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? I prefer other nations of women. I know the Asian woman is just not, I mean, she's not on my radar like that. You know what I'm saying? I just like to live out here. It's peaceful. You know what I'm saying? The food is healthy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The safety, like I say, is good. The technology, you know what I'm saying, is excellent. The infrastructure is really good over here in Thailand, way better than the Philippines. Thailand and Vietnam, you know, and most all these countries got some pretty good infrastructure, you know what I'm saying, out here. And the medical is fourth in the world in Thailand. So, you know, that's why I don't, you know what I'm saying, the women, man, if I had to go somewhere in women, I'd be over there now, I'm saying, Dominican Republic or Colombia, Brazil somewhere, you know what I mean? But, you know, other than that right there, you know, or in Africa. But, you know what I'm saying, it's other things that I have to consider, you know what I'm saying, in my peace and safety, my, you know what I'm saying, the foods and everything like that, and cost of living, all that comes into play. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So, you know what I mean? But, yeah, you know, they'll take care. I mean, I guess they feel like they'll take care of one of them. You know what I'm saying? I guess they feel they have more in common. You know what I'm saying? They bought, you know, Southeast Asia is just as poor as them. You know what I'm saying? Those African countries, man, just as poor.
Yeah.
He said, I personally never seen an African dude do better than the FBA anywhere. I mean, you know, if I ain't saying do better, but, you know, they got more experience out here in Southeast Asia than we do because they've been coming out here longer, because they close. You know what I'm saying? Kenya and Tanzania Ethiopia. All those is a 8-hour straight flight from Bangkok. You know what I mean? So you know them guys. You know what I'm saying? Here, Cambodia. Yeah, I mean, them Africans everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they overstand their people.
Sometimes they be going to college in these countries, man. I don't
Yep,
know.
they go to college in these countries. Especially over there in China, you know what I'm saying? Like them white countries like that. China and Korea, they got China and Korea, they got and Japan, they probably got a little more I can say better, but financially. You know what I'm saying? Africa's over there, you know what I'm saying, depending on what kind of jobs they got, they're working on, whatever. But you know, a lot of them overstay their visas, especially over here in Thailand, Philippines, Cambodia. Oh man, they got shit. They definitely got a problem there too. And so but as far as is living financially, oh yeah, we got that all day, Corey. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna live better than us. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying? Not unless they come from a real rich. I mean, like overall, not now. You know what I'm saying? Individual wise, maybe some of them, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? He said all the Africans out here are going to school. So in the Philippines, you know what I'm saying? I guess saying all of them over there is going to school and stuff, which is, you know what I'm saying, it's good, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's cool, you know what I mean? If I was the girls or the African women, I'd be out there, you know what I'm saying, going to nursing school, because they got the number one, you know what I'm saying, registered nurses in the world. They all live it. That's all the registered nurses is in America. Bunch of Filipino, you know what I'm saying, Filipino women and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, that's a good profession, you know what I'm saying, for them to do. Out here in Thailand, they ain't, I mean, shit, I don't know what the fuck they they pimping, selling drugs, scamming, goddamn. It's mostly a lot of Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? But all the rest of the guy, you know, I mean, guy, they might be personal trainers, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, doing Muay Thai, you know what I'm saying? Some of them going to school for culinary arts and stuff like that. Because Thailand do got a lot of those kind of schools and stuff. So, you
I'm
know,
gonna tell
that's
you.
pretty much,
I'm gonna tell you what is outside of tricking. I feel like in some countries, you know, my food budget was more than my tricking budget. You
mm,
know,
what, well, DR definitely, if you go anywhere like Sosul and goddamn Boca Chica and all them fucking tours, all the little tours here, I mean, shit, DR, man, that about the most expensive time. I mean, on food I ever paid for on food, man. And I'm saying, and then you go out to the little local areas, it's cheap as hell. But you in that fucking all that little Sosua area and all that Boca Chica area, man, you better know how to get to where the locals going to eat because you finna pay. What country you talking about?
man, like particularly like Africa. I would say especially Africa, because in Latin countries, like chicks, like regular chicks I might meet or hang out with, they don't mind like cooking and then like they good at cooking. But like in Africa, you know what I mean, most of the chicks I encounter, like even if they do cook, it's just not as good. And then sometimes, you know, a lot of chicks I met in Africa just really wasn't like, you know, love being in the kitchen like that. So, you know, you find yourself eating out all the time. So you paying for two people, drinks.
Yeah,
And I like to have a good time when I go out. Like I want to have a
me
drink. I
too.
might want to get some shisha, and you know what I mean. So you paying for two, and yeah. So when you doing that, cause I seen a dude on Instagram or TikTok. He was in Thailand, and he had a lot of views. He talked about like how much he paid. He was like, you know, 700 a month for rent, which was cool. Then he was saying he spent like $600 for food, and then like another 600 for like transportation, like, you know, Grab and stuff like that. So he was saying like he went through a lot of his money was going like to food. You know, I mean, you ain't got a chick cooking for you. You eating out all the time because it's cheap, but that shit add up 3 meals a day. So that's the issue I would have, being an expat in Africa, because like I could cook and stuff like that, but I don't want to cook every day
Right.
personally.
Corey Green, what countries in Africa did you go to? You said you had all the Africa Jones cooking. I mean, what you talking about? Africa Jones in Thailand or you know what I'm saying, or in Africa? Because now in my experience in Africa, um, I had yeah, I mean, shit. Most times, you know what I'm saying, like, them girls want to go meet out, go eat, but you know what I'm saying, I got, you know what I'm saying, one personal little Joan, you know what I'm saying, she gonna cook. Actually, I had like a couple, but like two of them, but one she gonna cook every time. My little one little chick, you know what I'm saying, and she like cooking, you know what I'm saying, like she cooked. She, you know what I'm saying, she invited me to her place. You know, she would get mad like I didn't want to come. I'm like, baby, I got no time. And then when I leave at my Airbnb early, you know what I'm saying, because my plane was leaving out late at night. It's my first time going. She brought me to her place and cooked. Man, she cooked all kind of stuff. I mean, she doing all like the beef soup. Then she had the marinated beef with, I mean, I had the bar. I mean, she cooked everything, the creamy spinach or the greens. And then last time, you know what I'm saying, when I had to come to the Airbnb, man, you know what I'm saying, when only thing is that shoppers market over there in Mikochini, it was kind of the grocery was kind of a little bit expensive up in that market, but
Yeah.
you know, you know what I'm saying, I should have just fucking we should just fucking went to like some kind of like little local a little spot besides that shoppers market grocery store, because that shit was kind of expensive to buy with them, you know what I'm saying. But I ate off that shit for like 2 days, you know what I'm saying. But you know, she know how to cook though. So you know, Tanzania, I think what I know about Tanzania, what everybody say about Tanzania, they really try to cook for you over there. You know what I'm saying? Now, Kenya, I ain't have no chick that asked to cook. They just want to be, you know, they want to go out and eat or do this right here and third. He said, Kenya. Oh, so he been to Kenya for okay, Nigeria and South Africa. Okay, South Africa. I ain't heard too many good things. On people who's really speaking good about South Africa, HB speak pretty good, but I don't know about the cooking, about no bitches cooking though. You know what I'm saying? I know you say you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? It's just too coonish for you. Uh, no excuses. You say it's too coonish. And man, look at, I don't want to be nowhere with no coonish ass black folks. That's what I kind of experienced in Kenya a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that bad, but you know what I'm saying? They love the other people. You know what I'm saying? They said your mileage is going to very, very hard to travel. You want me to find? Yeah, that's true too. That ugali with that avocado stew is now that stew beef is crazy. The ugali, you know what I'm saying? You know, I tell you, like, you know that shit is plain, man. You know we niggas, we like cornbread, man. Give us something that's got some flavor to it. Give us something that got some flavor to it. You know, we're gonna eat it just because it's a bread. We're gonna slop it up with the damn kachabari, and we're gonna slop it up with the creamy spinach and the greens, and you know the marinated beef, the chama chicken and the lamb and go. But that shit ain't got there. Yeah, it's like carbs and shit, you know, and shit. But you
I'm
know.
not a fan of it.
I like all the creamy spinach and the you know, the kachabari, which is the tomato and the peppers and you know, all that salad, spice it up a little bit. Tanzania a lot of cook it spicy. They put peppers in their shit. And the Tanzania's food is, you ain't been to Tanzania yet, Corey. You need to come on out there, man. I told you, because they shit is fire. Kenya got the nastiest food in Africa that I don't experience, man. That shit is so bland.
Yeah,
Even the
they
people in Tanzania say, I heard a girl in Uganda say, yeah, they food is nasty. Kenyan food, they don't know how to season their food at all, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can't deal with no shit like that. But the girls will cook for you more. It's more authentic in Tanzania. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised you had no girl cook for you in Tanzania. Yeah, you had no girl cook for you out there. No excuses.
I had a girl cook, you know what I mean? I did like, I got a
But
couple
you
of
didn't
dates
like
with a
it.
girl cooking, you know what I mean? Like it was, what I realized was that, I'm gonna be honest, what I realized was this, right? We bought a lot of groceries, right? And then Tanzania got so many good restaurants, I was just like, you know, um, I wanted to try these restaurants too. So I was just like, you cook breakfast, you know, maybe you cook breakfast and then we'll like go out to eat for lunch or dinner like that, you know. If I was there longer, maybe it could have been more frequent. But you know, by me being a good cook, you know what I mean, it's hard to meet girls that's on my level. You know what I mean? So it'd be kind of hard for me when it comes to cooking, you know.
Did you go to culinary art school or something?
No, I just learned at a young age, man. You know,
Yeah, I mean, shit. That's what I was doing. I was cooking. My son, he probably gonna try to make me cook. He got his first apartment now. You know what I'm saying? So when I go to Arizona, he probably gonna make me cook. Cause that's what, you know, that's what I'm used to doing, just cooking for myself. But I haven't cooked in 3 years, no excuses. Cause I've been gone. I've been traveling the world. I got a slow cooker right in front of me, brand new, still in the box. I don't had that bitch for over a year, man. I got it just, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know I'm like, man, I'm gonna cook some oxtails and shit. And you know, since oxtails with some vegetables and you know, since some rice and shit like that, I go to get me some, you know, some rice. But I ain't, you know, it's just so cheap for me to eat and order food. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't did it yet. But I know when I come back, probably when I come back and then I move, I probably gonna move to another room or another condo somewhere. And then I probably, you know what I'm saying, I probably cook for the first time, you know, living abroad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm probably gonna do a little cooking when I go home, just because I ain't did it in so long. I feel like cooking some spaghetti, so I might cook some spaghetti soon. I get to Georgia and let my grandma or my mama sprout some fish or something. You know what I'm saying? And have some spaghetti and fish, and then I'll
yes,
probably cook
sir.
for my son if he want me to cook for him when I go to Arizona. Other than that, right there, man, shit, I just be, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just chilling, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Chef, you know what I'm saying? He a chef, you know what I'm saying? So he do a lot of cooking for himself over there, you know what I'm saying? One thing
Awesome.
about being over
Shout
there in
out.
the Philippines and being right there in AC, I still haven't found any good, you know, seafood restaurants or whatever where, you know, you can get some good, you know, fish like snapper or damn good sea bass or something. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? And when I went to Cebu, it was during rainy season. So I didn't get a chance to really, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to even hit the beach, man. So, you know, I wanna yeah, man. Shit, I'm in Pattaya. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been to Koh Samui, but I'm gonna go there when I come back. I'm gonna do a whole little trip down there in South Thailand, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go, you know what I'm saying, down to you know what I'm saying, Phuket again. And then I'm gonna go to Koh Samui, Krabi, and I think that's what's that other place where it's a place where you go where the dock is at, you know what I'm saying, where the pier is at, where you go and take the damn ferry to go to Koh Samui and Krabi, that little city right there. It started with an S2. I can't think of the name of it though. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, pressure cooker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a little I'm gonna order one of them right there when I get back too. So you know what I'm saying? I probably shit, I need to get me a George Foreman too. Shit, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause, man, hey, I just keep them motherfuckers back home, man. I do some cooking, man. You know what I'm saying? But my son was like, damn, dad, boy, he tell his mama, you know what I'm saying? My dad cook way better than you because because you know what I'm saying, like mama trying to overseas and shit. I'm like, I'm from Georgia, shit. You know how to season that shit down south. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So they West Coasters out there. You know what I'm saying? They got them cooking shit like Mexicans, putting too much seasoning. Goddamn shit. I've been to Vietnam twice. I've been to Da Nang one time, and I went to Ho Chi Minh back in September. So Ho Chi Minh pretty nice. I like both of them. Da Nang on the beach, and Ho Chi Minh is Saigon. That's the capital city. Far as the food there, you know what I'm saying? I like that Vietnamese beef noodle soup shit. You know, so I just eat that in America all the time. So
What country is
I fuck
Chef
with that.
in? What country is he in?
Chef in the Philippines right now, but I think he, you know what I'm saying, cause he doing his VA, you know, his VA thing over there. So he'll be going to Philippines next. Yeah, no, I'm saying, well, see what I do over here. I go to the damn beach and I can just buy, you know, what I'm saying, they'll be catching fish. I buy it fresh for like about sometime 100 baht, about $3. Sometime 100, most time like 150. They gonna go 100, so about $4.50. And then I bring it back, and I let one of these chicks out here in the complex cook. I know a couple of Thai chicks that's over here. They fuck with a motherfucker. They already buy the motherfucker to cook. So I go buy some fish and bring it back, let them cook it and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do most of the time. Like right now, I'm about to go. I mean, like, no, well, not right now, but probably in an hour or so, I'm gonna go and go to this restaurant called Pattaya Beer Garden Restaurant on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And man, get me a good ass, you know what I'm saying, white snapper, you know what I'm saying, fried up or steamed, you know what I'm saying, with the soy, or fried or steamed. And then, you know, I might get the steamed. I know me a lot of fried fish when I get to Georgia. And then I'm you know what I'm saying, get me some chicken skins to go. Man, they cook them fried chicken skin right there, boy. Come back and eat them motherfuckers. Damn, boy, you know, I'm getting hungry right now, god damn it.
I
Yeah,
never
you
had no
said
chicken
no,
skins,
no
man.
Vietnam next. Yeah, no. So you going to Vietnam next, or you ain't going to Vietnam next? Because yeah, you know what I'm saying, Vietnam, you know what I'm saying. Vietnam is very nice. I like Indonesia too, man. Indonesia got some pretty good food. I ate over there. You know what I'm saying. I had some good snapper over there, good green snapper. You know what I mean? Over there, they had some decent shit. Malaysia had a pretty good cheap price. And what I like about Indonesia, Malaysia, they Muslim Asian country, so they don't sell all that pork. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, you're gonna find a restaurant that sell pork. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. So I was able, you know what I'm saying, to eat what I, you know what I'm saying, eat and eat at a good cheap price. And it was pretty damn good, man, over there in KL, Malaysia. Said, which of these countries do you think has the best street food? Actually, street food, I'm gonna say maybe Thailand, but Malaysia got a place, KL Malaysia, man. They got a street right behind the main street that I stayed in. What the name of that street was? But anyway, it's a street with about damn near 500 or 1,000 street vendors. It's just a straight alley with nothing but street vendors on that joker, man. I mean, street vendors and restaurants. And that joker, I mean, is off the damn chain over there in KL. But you know, what I'm saying, Thailand got some pretty good street food. I'll be careful in the Philippines. You might get sick over there. I never tried. Only thing I ate over there was some chicken butt, man. I was hungry as hell. I just bought one little sticker just to try it, but I wouldn't try no. I'd be so scared. I'd be looking at it now like, nah, I don't want to try no street food in the Philippines, man. My stomach ain't gonna be made for it. So I'm a boss hour. They were serving hot dogs and boiled eggs and potatoes. You say it was mid. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to Mubasa yet, but I'm gonna go. What kind of fish do they have? You know what I'm saying, Mubasa? 'Cause I know it's on the water, and all they have in Nairobi is straight tilapia and catfish. I just couldn't believe it. I said, yeah, damn, y'all can't get some damn sea bass or some snapper. You know what I'm
They
saying?
got
Tanzania or
catfish in
Dar.
Nairobi.
I thought they did. Yeah, I thought I seen it. I thought I seen some catfish somewhere on the menu, but I know they got that fucking tilapia, all different kind of tilapias, small tilapias, big tilapias. That, you know what I'm saying, that what they mainly got. Now I know you know what I'm saying, Mombasa right down the water, so they should have everything. Now in Tanzania and Dar, you know, they got white snapper, they got red snapper, they got that Nile perch. They got a Nile perch there. They got you know, the salmon, the tuna, but shit. And they had the catfish there too. But you know what I'm saying, you know, I don't eat that catfish shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, that white snapper, that red snapper, that, you know what I'm saying, that West Nile, those are my main three that I have to fuck up. I have to fuck those up every time. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the salmon and the tuna, man, they'll fry that salmon and tuna up for you, man. You know what I mean? Uh he said the food is way better in Nairobi though, but they have those nice restaurants on the, man, the food in Nairobi was trash to me, man. It
It
was just
was,
too
yeah,
bland. It's too
yeah.
bland. Now that one place over there, what's that one restaurant where they got a top and the bottom over there inside that little plaza? It's called CK, something like that over there. It ain't too far from the
Uh,
Yaya plaza. It's called CK or ZK or something. Now they got some decent food in there. I went there a couple of times. I got to the chick there one time, but I went there like about 3 times. Now they had some pretty good, decent food. And this other place called Mama Olek or something like that. Now they outdoor. Now that's why I ate it. I try to eat that every day. Their karchabari was so fucking good, and I was just eating that tilapia, fried little bullshit tilapia with the karchabari and the creamy spinach or the greens. And I was eating that right there. I think I had the charma or the grilled chicken one day or goat or something. But Tanzania is killing them. And they knocking them out the water in Tanzania. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you know, I still Mubasa should have. You know what I'm saying. As long as they got some good fresh fish, man, I can make it work. I can make it happen, man. I can make it happen. You know what I mean? Uh, but Phuket. Well, I like about Phuket. I was over there. Now they got more different varieties of fish than they over here in Pattaya. Cause you know, I mean, you know, you could go get a bunch of red snapper or whatever, man. I mean, you could go pick your red snapper out and get it cooked how you want to get it cooked. I mean, I get one of them big ass motherfuckers that's what is it, about 2.5 kilos. They're like 2.5 kilos, man. And they be goddamn, you know what I'm saying, uh 600 baht by $18. And they gonna cook it the way you want it cooked. You know what I mean? So I do it like that, man. But yeah. You say look up Josephine Caribbean. And that's where in Nairobi or that's in Mombasa. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I plan on going to Mombasa. Whenever I come over there to Tanzania in October, I'm gonna do Mombasa too. So and then I might fly right back into Tanzania, maybe, or I might just fly right from Mombasa straight back into Thailand or something. But I gotta go. Or I might stop in Mombasa first. I want to do Mombasa maybe on a weekend or something like that. Uh and shit. But other than that right there, man, yeah. No, I'm saying it's this place out there about a giraffe park that I went to. Some place called some kind of village. I got no. I got them on my YouTube channel, man. I got shorts and shits on them. Some kind of giraffe village restaurant. Shit, now they had some pretty good food over there. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple places. You know what I'm saying? I tried a couple of local spots where, you know what I'm saying, it was real cheap. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing but the locals going dirt floors in that motherfucker and everything. You know what I'm saying? But the food pretty good, you know what I mean? And what I do like about what I tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, Africans, you know what I'm saying, I like the places cleaner, you know what I'm saying? Thailand, man, Asians picking their nose too damn much, man. That the women out there picking their nose
I heard
and then
about
be,
that
you know,
shit. Yeah.
and then serving you food and cooking your food. They picking their nose too much. I don't like all that picking their nose. They always picking their damn nose. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when you go to these restaurants outside and shit, they ain't got them little, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no fucking shit. You go wash your hands or they coming by with that hot, that, you know what I'm saying? No, them 10 pails with that hot ass water, you know what I'm saying? Or the plastic container, what they coming by, you know what I'm saying? Africa, they coming to your table and you gonna wash your hands right there. Or you can go to the bathroom, but they still coming to the table and you're gonna wash your hands again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about African countries. You know what I'm saying? Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, they did the same thing when I was at uh, this one Ethiopian spot. That old boy, Come here, I sent you the damn thing of dude with the chick. I said, man, this dude, I took the chick to the same restaurant. She just go around and get every damn
Oh yeah.
YouTuber from America to the same restaurant over there. And a this a blah blah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? They very, you know what I'm saying, clean with their hands shit, you know what I'm saying, over there Africa, and I fucks with that. You know what I'm saying? It's too hot, too sweaty, motherfuckers digging in their nose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bars stink. You know what I'm saying? You walk inside some stores that be stink. You know what I'm saying? I don't like all that right there. That's why I tell you, you know, you gotta stop all that picking in your nose. Y'all need to, if you ain't gonna have all the water shit and come out, mother clean their hands, have the big things of sanitizer on every table. That goes a lot because you gotta be clean, man. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the one thing I'm saying. That's why I don't buy my fruit or goddamn, you know, street food from anybody. I got certain motherfuckers, one or two motherfuckers that I buy from. That's it. That right here by me. I know they close certain restaurants, but I don't, you know, but any restaurant you go to, man, them motherfuckers gonna be picking in their goddamn nose. They do all that picking in their nose too much. I don't like that shit. But anyway, man, shit, I'm getting hungry talking about food, man. You know,
Okay.
any more final thoughts you want to say? You know what I'm saying? No excuses. Bring us home, man. Bring us home.
Yeah, man. Final thoughts, man. You know, we covered. It's best to solidify a crib overseas, whether a 1 year lease or buying a crib. The tricking thing that has to be, you know, that is affecting a lot of man that tricking, and then you know, for me, man, you know, and this stream gonna have me kind of think about it more. Is like food and transportation. You know, Thailand I think is the cheapest as far as, you know, eating out wise out of all the countries I've been to. Other countries I've been to, I spent a lot of money. My meat expenses, pause, like, you know, beef, chicken, fish, you know what I mean? So I gotta
Right.
figure out a way to get that cheaper if possible. And then you could buy a lot of shit and just put it in a freezer and shit, you know what I mean, like we do at the crib.
Right.
So that's something that, you know what I mean, that people probably gotta be mindful is. And then I do know some men don't know how to cook, which is, you know,
Yep.
which is gonna fuck them up too. Um, Now transportation, because I seen some people say that they spend like 500 to 600, you know, on like Uber, Grab, and stuff like that. Um, you know, I got to think about how to get that expense down. When I did my taxes, when I did my expenses for overseas Uber, I think I spent maybe 300 to 400, and that's not a full year of me being out the country. So if I multiply that times four, like I could have been like at what 1,600, 1,200, you know what I mean, a year, and ride share. So you know, I would have to think about how to keep that expenses down. Do you buy a car overseas, a cheap car overseas? Do you try to use public transportation more? Do you get a bike? You know what I mean? So that's something to you know, that'll be my final question for you. Like what could you do to keep expenses down? The only thing about hot cities like or hot places like Thailand or Dar es Salaam or Cartagena, I'm not finna be on. I don't want to be outside catching public transportation or riding a bike. It's too damn hot. You know what I mean? So, what would be your recommendations to keep? Well, my
Well,
recommend.
I'm glad you brought up transportation because we didn't say shit about transportation.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up. I would say it depends on where you at. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would tell you if you're in Southeast Asia, you're in um yeah, if you're in Southeast Asia, I would say get you a motorbike. Unless you plan on driving to a lot of cities within the country, because most of the cities you probably gonna be going through within the countries, especially like in Thailand, uh you're gonna be you know what I'm saying, flying. Like so like let's say you want to go to Bangkok. I mean, you're not in Pattaya, but you want to go to Chiang Mai. Well, you're gonna drive to Bangkok, then you're gonna catch the airport. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna catch a taxi. So I say if you want to have transport for yourself, get you a motorbike if you're out in countries like this right here. Me personally, I don't go to a lot of places like so. I don't have a need for a motorbike because the motorbike, probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, so let's say if I wanted to rent a motorbike, I'd pay 2,000 to 3,000 Thai baht a month. So that's $60 to $90 a month to rent a motorbike. But me catching motorbike taxes, I only spend about maybe 500 to 600, I'd say 500 to 700 baht a month. So it wouldn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? With all the taxes I take, I spend, you know what I'm saying, about 500 to 700, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm taking mostly motorbike taxes. I'm only taking them when I'm going to handle some business somewhere, or, you know, I'm going to either meet up somebody. So I don't take as many like that. So I would tell people, you know what I'm saying, it depends on how much you plan on moving around, you know what I'm saying? But some guys just rent a motorbike or they go buy one for 2,500 US dollars, or you could rent one for, like I say, $60 to $90 a month. You know, stuff like that. If I was the food, yeah, you say, you know what I'm saying, buy chicken, turkey, all kind of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you could buy them places that, you know, you could buy in the boat, like out here, they got the places like Sam's Club and Costco's. Their zone called, I can't remember the name of it, but you know, go load up on chicken and turkey and all that stuff, and you know what I'm saying, get you like a deep freezer or something, or you know what I'm saying, or stack your freezer up that you got, you know what I'm saying, your refrigerator or something like that, and you know what I'm saying, and be able to cook. You know what I'm saying? You save money that way. Uh and then, you know, use these apps, man. You know what I'm saying? These boat and grab apps. That save you money on transportation. You know what I mean? So uh yeah, Locust. That's it. Locust. Yeah, Locust one of them. And it's another one too they got. There's another one they got too. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? They just like Costco and Sam's Club. So just load up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And don't get a girlfriend that's gonna be that you got to put on some kind of damn salary. You know what I mean? And the bitch, you know what I'm saying? And don't be getting one in, don't be trying to, you know, feel sorry and pity for a lot of these women, man. You know what I'm saying? The women ain't trying to goddamn, a lot of these women are non-educated when you're dealing with Thailand. You know what I'm saying? Now you dealing with, you know, Africa, and you know what I'm saying, they got a little more, they got education over there. But you dealing with over here in Thailand, man, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna deal with a lot of women from East Side. They're gonna be fifth grade education, man. So it's gonna be kind of difficult, man. You don't want to be trying to explain people financial, you know what I'm saying, accountability, stability, and responsibility. And that's gonna be hard and difficult to try to teach somebody that with a fifth grade education. You know what I'm saying, that right there, man. So my thing is save your money. You know what I'm saying, come out the country. You use this as a hustle. You know what I'm saying, make sure you have a you know, a monthly check coming, man, and put away to you know what I'm saying, some. You'll see, if you get $4,000 a month, you should be able to put away 2,000. If you get 5,000, you should be able to put away $3,000 a month easily. You should be able to easily live out the country with $2,000 a month, pay your bills, pay your rent, your bills, and do what you got to do. I pay bills back home and still got able to, you know what I'm saying, put bands, you know what I'm saying, up every month. So, you know, and you know what I'm saying, make sure, you know what I'm saying, so and make sure you get some kind of travel, you know what I'm saying, insurance, travel health insurance, man, and that's gonna help you save, because you know, accidents do happen. And so you want to make sure that you cut down those medical expenses, you know what I'm saying, if need be. And shit, you know, that's pretty much all I got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? You got anything else?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, man. We give it to y'all, man. Once again, man, y'all hit that like button, man. Like, subscribe, share, you know what I'm saying, and comment on here. You know what I'm saying? This is Hilltop Traveling Everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I got the Scoring Black Man podcast as well, man. We got No Excuses Entertainment. Go subscribe over there. Passport Bros podcast. Go subscribe over there. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody, man. That was in. Now, ain't no side hustles in in Thailand. I mean, you could teach English or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like to thank everybody in the chat that came out, everybody participated, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any questions about the VA thing, you know, so I can get y'all hooked up over in the Philippines, man. Y'all hit me up in the comment section. Y'all got any more questions, man? Y'all just leave the questions in the comment section, man. You know, I'm gonna hit back with y'all, man. We don't charge y'all a thing, man. Try to give y'all out this free game, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so everybody could be, you know, have the best experience, man. We don't want nobody to be coming out to these countries crash out, because we all represent each other. You know what I mean? So if one crash out and one fail, we all don't crash out. We all don't fail, man. And so I just want to give y'all this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? free, man, and just give y'all some game, man. And you know what I'm saying, look forward, man. Like I say, I don't know if I'm gonna have some good Wi-Fi while I'm over there in America or not, man. But if not, man, y'all see and hear from us, you know what I'm saying, hear from me in another 2 weeks on a live show. But if I be able to have some good Wi-Fi, man, the next show will probably be either should Black America, why are top tier Black American men still paying, man? Why are we still paying? We the top of the top. They should be paying us. If it's gonna be that show, or it's gonna be the best country for us to live in, part 2 for black, or it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, are we getting the cream of the crop at the bottom of the barrel, part 2, man? So, we got some good shows coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come up with some more good topics, man. And hey, man, we're gonna leave y'all with this right here. Hilltop Traveling Everywhere, Expat, Worldwide Traveler, and Passport Bro Anthem. YouTube, Fair Use YouTube. This is my, you know what I'm saying, music video. Y'all always hit me with a damn copyright, which damn whiteball my damn live show. That what happened to the last live show we did. So, you know what I'm saying, it don't get in the algorithm, and my people don't get the notifications because y'all trying to copyright me on my own song. Come on now, YouTube. What the hell y'all doing that at, man? So, with that being said, peace, love, and hair grease. Shalom to you all. Fair Use YouTube. This is my music video.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here with the champ. Thank you, Hilltop. Yo, this is a good dude, by the way. He hooked up with the champ. He's showing us love and showing us how to maneuver. We appreciate you. You the champ. Hilltop.
Oh, yeah, man. You already know, man. You already know.
Salam sejahtera, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome on board a Malaysia Airlines flight MH4 from Kuala Lumpur to London. My name is Alif Yoska, your co-pilot, with me on the flight.
I fell asleep in Jamaica, woke up in Puerto Rico. I'm talking business with my amigo. Yeah, this shit here easy like a free throw. Baddest screaming Hilltop every time I land. In South Asia with a bad thing from Thailand. You know I am. They know I'm the man. I'm not Dominican, but I know Republicans. I know some Africans. I know some Mexicans. Boy, I'm even plugged in way in Pakistan. Got a bad thing waiting on me in Barcelona. She say, where you coming from? I told her Arizona. I'ma push up on her when I leave Cambodia. Then we gon' fly to Jamaica and we gon' roll it up. Then we gon' smoke it up. Then we gon' hit the scene. Ain't no telling where we going, probably the Philippines. Or maybe Costa Rica, or maybe Vietnam. No matter where we go, baby, we going down. And don't you worry about nothing, cause you know I'm on. I got it on me like a racket, this a desert storm. I'm just a Southside baby. You can name a place, but Hilltop done been though. I'm with the dream team, you know we going crazy. All around the world, I'm in there, well.
Man, fuck it. One more time.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here with the champ.
Thank you, Hilltop.
Yeah.
Yo, this is a good dude, by the way. He hooked up with the champ. He's showing us love and showing us how to maneuver. We appreciate you. You the champ.
Oh, yeah, man. You already know,
Let's
man.
go,
You already know.
Salam sejahtera, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome on board a Malaysia Airlines flight MH4 from Kuala Lumpur to London. My name is Alif Yoska, your co-pilot, with me on the flight.
I fell asleep in Jamaica, woke up in Puerto Rico. I'm talking business with my amigo. Yeah, this shit here easy like a free throw. Baddest screaming Hilltop every time I land. In South Asia with a bad thing from Thailand. You know I am. They know I'm the man. I'm not Dominican, but I know Republicans. I know some Africans. I know some Mexicans. Boy, I'm even plugged in way in Pakistan. Got a bad thing waiting on me in Barcelona. She say, where you coming from? I told her Arizona. I'ma push up on her when I leave Cambodia. Then we gon' fly to Jamaica and we gon' roll it up. Then we gon' smoke it up. Then we gon' hit the scene. Ain't no telling where we going, probably the Philippines. Or maybe Costa Rica, or maybe Vietnam. No matter where we go, baby, we going down. And don't you worry about nothing, cause you know I'm on. I got it on me like a racket, this a desert storm. I'm just a Southside baby. You can name a place, but Hilltop done been though. I'm with the dream team, you know we going crazy. All around the world, I'm in there, well.